how to recruit. Well, it is a little bit about how to recruit, but it's more planning to recruit. So this, again, is all about planning for 2023. So this is going to be planning how you're going to recruit in 2023. So let me know, give me a like or a comment if you're excited for that, if you want to recruit more people into your business in 2023, and how excited you are for this session, because it's important. If you want to build a big business, if you want to make more money, you have to impact people's lives. You have to share this opportunity with other people. So it's exciting. It really, really is. Building your team is a really, really exciting part of what we do. So I'm going to be talking about how to get all of your systems in place of how you can recruit in 2023. So the first thing I want to talk about, right, is your content. So obviously we do something called attraction marketing, which is where we post in order to entice team members to join our teams and things like that, okay? But a task that Ross does on his online course that he does, which I just think is such an incredible task, is he actually takes a month of someone's business and counts how many times they've posted about the product and then how many times they've posted about the business opportunity. And people post way more generally about the product than they do about the business. And this is why a lot of people will say, I'm fine with getting sales, I just get really stuck on recruitment. 9 times out of 10, the people that are stuck on recruitment are not actively really trying to get out there and not really actively trying to recruit. So this is a problem. So first of all, I want you to plan how many times you are going to be posting about the business in 2023. And there's loads of different types of things that we can post, right? So what will you post? There's loads of different things that you can post, but how many times do you plan to post about the business in 2023? Do you plan to post 3 times a week, every day? I suggest every day. I will always do a business post every day. And again, there's so many different types of business posts you can do. It isn't always who wants to join my team. There's actually in this group, I believe it's already live in here, something that Ross made, a tool for you all, which is a content calendar. And that content calendar will give you different types of content that you could possibly post, which is to build your business and about the business. So we've got different things like incentives, team calls. Post about this and saying you're on an incredible online event to build your business in 2023. That's a business post. It isn't always, as I say, come and join my team. There's loads of different things we can do, but you have to plan for them and you have to post them, right? So what I want you guys to do is get a plan as to how many times you are going to post about the business in 2023. Share it with us. Let us know in the chat. Do you plan to post every single day about the business? Twice a day? On your stories and on your grid and on your Facebook? 3 times a week? How many times do you plan to post about the business every day? And then what to post. As I say, there's a link to a content calendar in here, but I love at the moment, you guys all know, I love Reels. I absolutely love Reels. So I'll do my content every single day as in posting and stuff anyway, but I'll always do Reels about the business as well. And that's another part of my content which is going to create me leads, which is going to help me to recruit. So I really want you to plan how many Reels, if you do Reels, if you don't do Reels, maybe that's a goal of yours for 2023. How many Reels are you planning to do in 2023? 1 a day, 2 a day, 5 a day, 1 a week? Please let me know. Please share it with me. Because it's important that you plan for this stuff. Because if you think, oh yeah, I'll do Reels, but you don't actually make a plan of, yeah, I'm going to do one every day, or yeah, I'm going to do one every other day, then you're not actually going to do it because you've not planned for it. Okay, so I really want you to plan. Again, live videos. Everyone knows that when I was going for NMD, IMD, all of these incredible positions, I was going live every single day without fail. It was part of my non-negotiables. It was something I was doing every single day. So are you going to plan for that in 2023? Are you going to decide every single day in 2023, I'm going to be doing a live video? Let me know. Okay, now this leads me on to your inbox. Okay, so again, we're planning for how you are going to get into your inbox to invite people to this opportunity in 2023. So you need a plan, right? So the first thing that I want you to plan is what message are you going to be sending to offer the opportunity? I want you to get it planned. I want you to know. I don't want you going into 2023 not knowing what your offer message is. I want you to have it planned now. Okay, so I have lots of message examples for my team. So maybe you create one if you haven't already for you and your team. Maybe you want to write your own one because you want it to be like sincere and from you and to sound like you and stuff like that. But I want you guys to have a message that you are going to send to offer the opportunity in 2023. Maybe share them in the comments, guys. And then how will you send the info over? This is really, really important, okay? So if you're going to send an offer out, right, would you like to join my team type of message, and they're going to come back with, yes, send me info over, you need to have a strategy and a plan as to how you're then going to close that team member, how you're then going to get that team member to say yes. So you don't just want it to be willy-nilly. You want it to be like, this is my process that I follow. This is my step-by-step that I follow. So you need to know, if someone comes back to you and they go, yeah, I want info, rather because they've responded to a message you've sent out or they've responded to a direct recruitment post that you've put out. If someone comes back to you and they go, yeah, I want info, you need to know how you're following up with that. Where are you sending them, right? Because we go through so many different tools sometimes. You know, I'm going to add to a group, I'm going to put them in a free one, I'm going to do this, I've got to do that. But you need to work out what your process is going to be for 2023. So are you going to send them a script? I have a script that I send out that basically explains the business opportunity. Don't be afraid of scripts. I know we're taught a lot like, don't use scripts, like make it personalised. But if it's a script that comes from you and it explains everything in detail, sometimes that can be the best way to get it across, right? I work with scripts, and then if someone's got questions, I answer them with voice notes. So if someone says to me, can I have info about your business? I've got a script that I send out that basically says, yeah, this is how the business works. You're working from your phone, you're working whatever hours you want. This is how the commission works. This is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be posting on social media, and it explains the business opportunity in a script, so it works. Okay, and then if they come back with, oh, okay, I work full time. Do you think I could do it? I would then voice note and go, absolutely, babe. So many girls in the team work full time. I was a teacher when I first started. That's generally how people start out. You know, and then later on, if you build your business up to a certain level, you might decide to cut back your hours, or like I did, eventually leave work, but that's completely up to you. 9 times out of 10 people start this as a side hustle, and that's absolutely fine. So you've got to know how you're going to follow up with these questions, guys, and you've got to have a process in place. So definitely plan for that. Okay, plan what you're going to be sending out, and then what your follow-up strategy is. Okay, so what will your follow-up be, right? So next follow-up. So say, for example, you've sent out a message, you've offered the opportunity, someone said yes, send me the info, you've sent them over a script or a voice note that's got the info on, and then it goes quiet. What is your follow-up system going to be? So how are you going to follow that up? Now, my next point is, how will you track your potential? Okay, so this is literally how I do my follow-ups. I have Ross's connection book. I don't know if anyone else has that on here, but this is a system that I use. And it doesn't matter what system you use, but you have to have a system. And this system is literally, so this book literally looks like this, and it's got the person's name. So I'd write the potential name in there. It's got introduction, relationship, offer, follow-up 1, follow-up 2, follow-up 3. And when I follow up, I literally tick them off so that I know that I'm following up. So this is the system that I use. It hasn't got to be this system. It can be another system, but you have to have a system in place as to how you're going to follow up. We always say the fortune is in the follow-up. And the reason we say that is because it is so important. And it is so true. If you're not following people up, you're going to lose a lot of people. People are busy, right? People are busy in their everyday life. You're busy. I'm busy. Everyone's busy. We forget, right? And you've got to think, if you've gone to buy something and you've put it in your cart and you've got distracted and you've gone to do something else. I was looking at holidays to Turkey yesterday, right? And I put something in and I was like pricing it. And then I got up there when I was laying in bed. I got up out of bed. I went to do something else. So I forgot all about that. I'm now getting emails from TUI going, oh, like this holiday still in your basket, still on hold for you. So that might be the follow-up reminder that I need to go, oh yeah, I need to look back on holidays, I need to check out. So the fortune is 100% in a follow-up. Every single company does it, and we should be no different. If you're speaking to someone about a product, about the business, you're speaking to them because they're interested in it, okay? So you're speaking to them about it, they've shown a bit of interest, right? It could take 3 follow-ups for them to go, yes, okay, sign me up, okay? So the follow-ups are so important, and having a follow-up system is so important. I can't see any comments coming through. I'm going to keep asking you to comment because they'll probably come through at some point. That's literally what this does. But I want to ask you guys, have you got a follow-up system already in place in 2022? Have you had a follow-up system in place? Or have you just been doing it randomly? Like, I used to do it randomly. I used to literally like go back through my inbox and be like, oh, I haven't messaged her back, let me send her a message back. And it's just not like a clean way of doing it, I suppose. Since I've been using the connections book and I've been doing my follow-ups properly, it's literally been key to me signing up more team members, right? Because you're following up, it's professional, it's straightforward, it's clean, and honestly, guys, it's all in the follow-up. It's so important. Sorry, I'm just drinking my peppermint tea as I go along. So, all about that, okay, all about your inbox. Now, another thing that I want to be talking to you about, actually, before I move on, guys, right, how will you track potential? We were talking about the connections book, right, which is really important. Another couple of ways that you could perhaps track them is in a Facebook potentials group, okay? So if you and your team have a Facebook potentials group, you might be adding your potentials in there. Again, anyone that you're adding in there, make sure that you're making a list of who you're adding in there, because then you can follow up with them, okay? Another thing might be you're putting them in a three-way chat with your upline, with an upline, asking them to share their story and stuff like that. Have a follow-up system to that. So I've got team members that literally their recruitment system is they follow these steps, they send the message to offer the opportunity, they send the info over, okay, and then they use our three-way chat as one of their follow-ups. So as their follow-up, they say, here's my upline, Danny, I'm going to put you in a chat with her. Danny, can you please share your story? I will share my story in there, okay? And then if they go quiet, that's a follow. You have to have a follow-up for that system as well. So, hey, did you manage to listen to Danny's voice note that she popped in here? What are you thinking, okay? Always having a follow-up and always having a plan as to how you're going to do that follow-up. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be talking about is how you are going to find potentials that you can recruit into your business in 2023. Again, you have to have a plan for it, okay? So in 2023, you don't just want to post about the opportunity and pray that someone sees your post, okay? You want to have a strategy as to how you are going out and you are finding people. I call it like headhunting. When I'm on Instagram, Facebook, I'm searching for people that I want to work with. Yes, I'm putting my content out there, and yes, I'm planning how many times I'm putting my content out there, but I'm not just relying on that. I'm actually going out and finding people and headhunting people as well who I want to work with, okay? So how am I doing that, right? So I want you guys to have a focus. So what are you focusing on in 2023? Where are you focusing on? This is really important, okay? Are you focusing? So obviously, someone comes to you and they're not from a place you're focusing on or an area that you're focusing on, you're going to recruit them anyway, right? But I'm talking about who are you going out and looking for? Who are you going out and finding? I really want you to think about this. Are you looking for local team members that live in your local area so that you can go and meet them up in Costa? Or are you looking for international team members? Are you looking to build in a certain country? Where are you looking for people? And the reason this is so important is because it's going to make you use your time better. It's going to make you stop scrolling. When you're looking for team members, say for example you're on Instagram, if you're looking for a certain type of person, that is your income producing activity. You're going to go on there, you're going to look in the places you know you're going to look, and you're going to reach out to people and find people that you are planning on adding, who are your tribe, that you want to recruit into your business. Okay, so I really want you to have a clear vision as to who. Who are you targeting? Who are you finding? Who are you headhunting in 2023? Let me know in the chat if you've thought about this and if you have a clear vision for this, because I bet a lot of you haven't. I bet a lot of you are just like, yeah, I'm going to put my recruitment post up. Yeah, I'm going to find people. You have to have a plan as to where and how you're going to find them, guys. It is so, so important. So I'm going to give you an example of me. So I go from like people that are like me. So I don't necessarily go by location. If I was going by location, say I wanted to recruit in Scotland, for example, okay, I would know that on Instagram I would go to places in Scotland, right? So I might type in towns in Scotland, find a town, and then find like an Instagrammable place or something in that town, like a flower wall cafe or something like that. I would go onto those posts and they would be my tribe and my people that I'm reaching out to, that I'm sending a message to, that I'm building a relationship with, that I'm headhunting to recruit into my business. That's literally how I would do it. And once you've got places that you know your tribe hang out and you know the type of people you're trying to find hang out, you can use those places all the time and they're kind of like your go-to places. So the way I do it, I've got places where I go to find my tribe. So obviously don't just use my places. But Vista Shopping Village is somewhere that I love. I love all the brands there. I love shopping there. It's a very Instagrammable place that people go and take lots of pictures, right? So this is the way that I find my tribe, guys, okay? Let me see if you can see this. I would literally go onto my Instagram. I would go to the search bar at the top of the page. So I'll go to my search bar, okay, and I would type in Vista Village. Okay, so the search bar at the top of the page, I'd type in Vista Village. I'd go to search, okay, and I'd go across to places. Okay, so I'm on the places. I'd then click on Vista Village. And it will come up with all of these amazing pictures of girls that have been shopping in Vista Village, right? Straight away, I'd love to recruit her into my team. Okay, so I generally, because Vista Village is one where a lot of people tag themselves, it's a very popular place, I go to recents. Okay, so these are people that have been there recently when it loads. Now, these people are my tribe. They've got something in common with me because they like to shop in the places that I like to shop. And these are the people that I'm going to be headhunting, building connections with, and talking to about the business opportunity. So it's loaded now, right? Okay, so these are recents. So this girl here, she looks amazing. Okay, I might follow her. I might send her a message. I might build a relationship with her. Okay, and I might headhunt her to join my team. Okay, and that's literally what I would do. So I'd go through, and guys, because it's my tribe and because it's my place and because it's people that I could literally have anyone on here, you know, like because I've taken time to find places of like people that where I know that my tribe hang out, right? I've got another one, I use Colchester Zoo. Again, I do it exactly the same way because I live near there, I live in Essex. I know that a lot of people that put their pictures up there, that tag themselves there, they're other mums, i.e. they're my tribe. So I know where I'm going to look for those people. Now your task, guys, okay, is to really pinpoint and know where you're finding your tribe. This is so, so important. I really want you to have your locations, all your hashtags. There's different ways you can find people, okay? So where will you find your tribe? You can find them via location, like I just showed you, or you can find them via hashtag, okay? One of my team members used to have a daughter that was like 3, so she used to use the hashtag mum of a free-nager, right? I might use mum of a teenager because I've got a teenager. They are hashtags where you're literally finding your tribe. Once you have those hashtags, you can use them, you can engage with the people that are also using them, You are literally finding your tribe. And guess what? It is so easy to build relationships, to build connections with these people, because they are literally the people you are looking for, because they are literally your tribe. It's genius. The way that social media works and how easy they make it for us is genius. But I guarantee 9 out of 10 people are just posting their content, going through, following anyone, and you're not using these strategies. Guys, going into 2023, please make a list, right, of maybe 5 hashtags and maybe 5 locations that are going to be your go-to, where you are going to find your tribe. And every single person on here is going to have a completely different hashtag or location or place that they are going to go to find their tribe, because we're all different, we've all got different interests. If you've got hobbies, if you're into horses or gymnastics or running, it's going to be even easier for you to find the locations, to find the hashtags of your tribe. But I really want you to get really clear on where you are finding your tribe and where you are headhunting your people that you are going to be recruiting in 2023. Now, if you decide, right, I want to build an international business, that's what I want to do. I want to build a team internationally, right? That's absolutely fine. But again, there's more to think about, okay? So what you need to think about is, what do you need to know, right? In order to help an international team member, what do you need to know? So if you go to me, right, in 2023, my focus is Dubai. I don't know why, I've got a vision to build in Dubai. I want to build a Dubai business. That's what I want. I'll say to you, okay, that's absolutely fine, but the compensation plan is different, everything's different. So what do you need to know? It would be really handy to know the regional director of that country so that you can liaise with them and they can help you. We've actually got a team in Dubai. So I'm very good friends with Adam, who is the regional director there. And they do incredible things in Dubai. They've got like an open office system where team members can go there and use their computers and work from there. The Dubai office give really good training. There isn't as many like distributors there, so the Dubai office give really good training. It's a good place to build. But you have to know these things, okay? What are the comp plan? What is the comp plan in Dubai? If you bring in a team member in Dubai, how do they get to Partner Plus? How do they get to Senior Partner? You need to know these things if you're going to recruit them. So if that's your mission, to recruit a team, just using Dubai for example, but to build a team somewhere, that's what you need. You need to have access, you need to have knowledge about the compensation plan, where you're going to find it, how they get to their positions, what kind of support they're going to get. So as I say, in Dubai, for example, we've got our own groups that are created that they can go in. Obviously, they can still go in your normal group to be a part of your normal team, but you're going to want to build a community in that country as well, right? So you need to know how you're going to support them. And this is a problem sometimes, right, with us when we think we're going to recruit. Even if we think we're going to recruit in the UK, guys, right, you're never going to recruit if you're not knowledgeable yourself about certain things, because when a team member comes in, they need help and they need support, okay? So they need to know how am I getting to my first promotion. They need a duplicatable system in place. And this will lead on nicely, actually, because I believe our next session is all about how to set up your team for success in 2023. So it will lead on nicely. But it's really important that you know this stuff. Knowledge is power, and it's really important that you plan how you're going to get these team members, how you're going to look after these team members, and how you're going to get team members to their positions and stuff like that. So if international is your focus, you need to be doing a lot of research or a bit of research into that market and how it is logistically going to work and how you're going to best support that team. So it is easier to find a local team first of all. If you're new, if you're not like an NMD or above, or you're not from if you're from like a particular country, you're not, you live in England, but you've got a big, a lot of people in your Facebook from America, of course it's gonna be natural for you to go, right, I'm gonna recruit in America because I've got a lot of people on my Facebook from there, I've got a lot of connections there, so of course you're gonna use that, right? But if you haven't, my sort of advice would be to build local first, because A local team is going to get you to all of your first positions. You're going to be able to meet up. You're going to be able to go to events together. You're going to be able to build incredible relationships. I'm not saying don't build internationally, but I'm saying you need to know what your focus is. So is your focus local? If it is, please find those hashtags and then locations where you are going to go and you are going to find those people. Exactly the same as if it's international. Find those places. When we were recruiting in Dubai, I had go-to places in Dubai where I was looking and I was finding team members that I was building relationships with and I was recruiting. So wherever it is, you need those places that you're going to go and you're going to find those people. Okay, so next we're going to be talking about planning your events for 2023. So this is really, 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 really important. Okay, so events can be on a small scale or on a big scale, okay? So first of all, I'm going to be talking about opportunity events, opportunity calls. So what opportunity calls are you going to be using to recruit in 2023? You might already know that John puts on an opportunity call on Monday night. So that might be your recruitment strategy. You're going to get as many people on that call as possible on a Monday night. If that's your recruitment strategy, that's fine. But then I'm going to challenge you and ask you, what is your invite message to get people on that call? Because it's all very well for us all to say, John does an opportunity call on Monday night, or Danny does an opportunity call on Monday night, or my upline does an opportunity call on such and such a night. My recruitment strategy is to get as many people as possible on that call. Okay, but how? Okay, how are you going to get people on that call? What is your message that you're sending people to get people on that call? How are you trying to get your customers on that call? Are you doing a post or a poll to try and get people on that call? What is your strategy to actually get people on that call? So you need a message for that as well. Okay, you need a message, an invite message to get people onto that call. So I want you guys to plan that invite message. Don't know why there's no comments coming through, whether no one's just commenting or whether there's no comments coming through, but I like to answer your comments as I go along, but I can't see any, so I can't answer them. So keep them coming. Hopefully they will all pop up in a little while and I can go through and I can answer your comments. So that's opportunity calls. Now I challenge you, if you've been, it's not about position, it's not like, oh, if you're NND, you should be doing your own opportunity calls. It's not about that. It's about when you're confident enough to throw yourself outside your comfort zone. Even if you're brand new, if you're confident enough to be hosting your own opportunity calls, put yourself out of your comfort zone and do it. Maybe that's a goal of yours for 2023, because I once heard an incredible quote from Alex Webb, if you know him. The person holding the marker makes the most money. Okay, that means the person up here doing the presentation makes the most money, and it's so true, right? Your upline's opportunity call might be absolutely insane and you might recruit off it, that's absolutely fine, but you are the most powerful tool that you can ever have. So as soon as you're confident enough, push yourself outside of your comfort zone and start hosting your own. We do opportunity lives in our team. So I go live every single Monday night on Facebook. Sometimes I get someone on the team on to guest speak, but I go through the business plan, how it works, and all of the team invite people onto that. So that's a recruitment strategy that we have within our team. You might have a group that you do it on. Again, you might use John's opportunity call on a Monday night, which is a Zoom call to get people on the call. But what is your invite message and what is your structure, okay? And when are you going to start doing your own? That's the question. Is it going to be when you hit a certain position? Is it going to be when you feel ready enough? Plan for it, guys. Plan for it. And if you are going to do your own, this is all about planning today. So make sure you plan them in, right? Once a month, maybe on the 25th, because if you're in Juice Plus, the 25th is the best day to join our business. So maybe that's going to be your recruitment strategy. Every single month on the 25th, you are going to host an opportunity live. You're going to get guest speakers on, and that's going to be how you're going to recruit. You're going to put your invite message out. So you're going to invite people to listen in. And you've got to have a strategy for it. This is all about planning and it's all about having a strategy. It's literally so important. It really is. So when are you going to start doing your own opportunity calls? Guys, that is a question that I have for you. Again, online events. Are you going to plan one? As I said, on the 25th of the month, you could do your own online event. Why not? You could get guest speakers, you could ask your upline, you could ask people in your team, you could ask someone with a really good product story. If you're planning to do your online event and it's an opportunity event, this is the way I'd kind of structure structure it. I would start by welcoming people to the online event. I would perhaps have a couple of people talking about the product. You don't want to make them too long, but perhaps a few minute testimonials about how the product is out there, and then I'd go through the products a little bit. Okay, then I'd talk about my business story, and then I'd get perhaps a couple of people on to talk about their business story. Perhaps I'd get someone in my team, perhaps I'd get someone in a higher position than me, maybe an upline, a sideline, who you resonate with their story, you love their story, and then I'd offer the opportunity and invite people, if they like what they've listened to go back to the person that's tagged them in this opportunity call on this opportunity live and sign up to the business. So that's literally kind of like how I would structure it. It's something that you can do, guys. You've got to believe in yourself, and if you want to achieve phenomenal things in 2023, if you want to hit a position in 2023 that you didn't in 2022, this is your time to challenge yourself. This is your time to push yourself. I want to say to you, like, stop doing the bare minimum, because the bare minimum is never going to bring you greatness. The bare minimum is never going to make you a top earner. The bare minimum is never going to enable you to bring in 10, 20, 30 new team members a month, right? You've got to go above and beyond. You've got to be doing more than anyone else. You've got to get out there. You've got to get out of your own way, and you've got to talk to people and offer this opportunity. And all of this planning is what is going to help you to offer the opportunity to more people and get more people in your business. Okay, so online events, very, very important. What other type of events, okay? Venue events. So what events are you going to put on next year? Are you going to put on your own opportunity face-to-face event? Why not? Why can't you do that? Why can't you do your first shake party, even if 3 people turn up? You stand at the front, you make them all a shake, you talk about the products for a little while, you have a mingle, you have a get-together. Why can't you do that? That's pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. And do you know what? When I first started doing like my own face-to-face events, shake parties and things like that, 9 times out of 10, people didn't even buy there or sign up there, okay? But you've put yourself out there. You grow in confidence every time that you put yourself out there. Every single time you speak on a call or you speak in front of people and you put yourself out there, that's part of your growth journey. You're growing all the time. You're becoming someone else all the time. And also, how incredible does it look? You make a flyer, you put it on Facebook, I'm hosting my own event. You're positioning yourself as a professional person running a business. You're not just mum on Facebook posting about your shakes, right? You're a professional person running a business, hosting events, holding a marker. Like, you are that professional person. So there's loads of different reasons why you should do your own face-to-face events, guys, right? And it doesn't take a lot of effort, and it doesn't take a lot of money. Like, you can do it at home and do a shake party, right? We used to hire out bars and do it there, get a poster, flyer, invite people, invite the team. And a lot of the time it's how it looks online as well. So it's not just about the potentials you get in the room, but you're going to go live with the people that you've got speaking at these events and things like that, so you can still recruit and sign people up that way. And it's the energy, it's the fun, it's the community, it's the getting together. That's what we're a part of, right? So it's always fun, it's always worth doing. So what events will you be putting on next year, and when? Again, maybe once a month, maybe once every 3 months, but when? I want you to have a plan, guys. I want you to have it in your diary. I want you to know what you're doing and when you're doing it. Or what events will you bring? What events will you attend? Sometimes attending an event is as powerful as putting it on, especially if it's an opportunity event and you're bringing your own potentials. Perhaps your upline does an opportunity event every month, every couple of months, and she puts it on. Give yourself a challenge. How many potentials can you get to that event? Sometimes it's easier to be a person in the room, bring in the potentials, listen to the stories. You can really, really like build a connection with that person that you're bringing, that potential that you're bringing. So what events are you going to be attending next year? Me and Ross are definitely going to be putting on events next year. We have rough dates in mind as to when we're putting them on. So perhaps that's in your vision as well. Those would be, you're going to attend our events, and you've got them on your plan as well. So just know what events you are going to be attending next year as well. So yeah, that is pretty much it. It is all about the planning. With recruitment, I know that what I've gone through, it's not necessarily it's a recruitment strategy, it's a recruitment plan. It's really important stuff that sometimes we don't think about enough. We don't put enough thought into what is my actual recruitment strategy. It's really, really important, guys. So I don't know if you need to watch this back or if you've made notes, but all of this stuff I've gone through, I want you to have actual numbers there, right? An actual plan there. So how many times will you post about your business? I want you to have a number there. How many reels are you going to do? I want you to have a number there. How many lives are you going to do? I want you to have a number there. What message will you be sending to offer? I want you to have a message there written out, what you're going to be sending. You can keep that message in your boards, you can keep that message on your text replacements, you can keep that message on your notes. You need to have that message there ready. How will you send the info over? So are you going to script? Are you going to voice note? What will be your follow-up? What will be your first follow-up, second follow-up? How will you track it? Are you going to get Ross's connection book, right? Or are you going to use a potentials group or a notebook? How are you going to track it? Okay, where are you going to be focusing on? Very, very important. How are you going to be finding the people that you're headhunting? Are they going to be local? Are they going to be global? Write it down and know exactly who it is that you are going after. How will you find them? You're going to be finding them via hashtag, via location, in a certain group that you're a part of. How are you going to be finding them? If you're going to be building internationally, make sure you do your research on that market and then events. So what events are you going to be going to? What opportunity calls are you going to be using? What's going to be your invite message for the opportunity call? What events are you going to be putting on? Are you going to be doing face-to-face events? Are you going to be going to the events? I'm telling you right now, right? You have to plan for our big events, whether it's our events, whether it's the company events. A lot of people won't go to events because they'll say, I haven't got the money. Plan for it now. Save up the money now, because I'm telling you right now, you will not become an NMD, something like that, without getting yourself to events. It's a vital part of our business. I don't know a successful person in this business that doesn't say events changed it for them, events change their life. Events are absolutely everything. So plan for them now. Save up for them now. Know that you're going to them now. Whatever company convention is being put on next year, make sure you're there. Mine and Ross's events next year, make sure you're there. Plan for them now, guys. All of this stuff needs planning for before we go into 2023. So I really hope that was useful. We're going to be back in a few minutes talking about how you are building your team and supporting your team in 2023. I really hope that was useful.